Greetings, interlopers. Have you ever dreamed about owning your very own multi-tool? Well, Rovanite made that dream a reality. So we reached out to him to see what inspired the real No Man's Sky multi-tool.
When the game launched, I really liked quite a few of the designs, especially the experimental and alien pistols, so I knew it was only a matter of time before I attempted to make one. At the time of release I was busy with another project, so the idea of an NMS multi-tool was sidelined. About a week before Next came out, I had just finished a project which made the timing perfect to start building a multi-tool. I've made a few props over the past few years, so I have some experience. The project I did before this was a large rifle from the video game Mass Effect, so it was nice to be working on something much smaller. There are so many great designs. I've had about 4 different save games, all of which ended up with completely different weapons. I knew each player would have a different weapon and I wanted to make something everyone could relate to, therefore the only one that made sense was the multi-tool we all start off with. I also really loved the design, so that was a big help. One of the biggest challenges was figuring out how to fit electrics inside it. At the time Next was released, the multi-tool didn't have a trigger, so I had to add one without interfering with the design. I remember making a post on Twitter about it, and I guess Hello Games saw it as a bug fix a couple of weeks later and added a trigger. As for the actual build, I broke 2 sand belts carving the curves on it, so that was quite challenging. Yes. It went through a few design changes, but the biggest change came at about 3 to 4 weeks into the build. I had almost finished the main body and decided to take a photo of myself holding it, to see how it looked. When I looked back at the image, the multi-tool seemed too big, so I decided to start all over again. I was sad, because it had gone so well up to that point, but I don't regret that decision. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. Usually I'll look back and think there was a better way of doing something, but right now I'm happy with how everything turned out, so I wouldn't currently change anything. This particular prop took about 6 to 8 weeks to get to the molding and casting stage. It's difficult to say how long casting and painting took, as I made a few of them in one go. I also had some other projects happening at the same time, so everything took longer than it should have. At a guess, I'd say probably about 2 weeks, to paint and put electrics inside. Definitely start with something small, and basic in design. Take your time too, patience is a major thing with something like this. I would also say don't be scared of getting something wrong. It sometimes takes a lot of mistakes to get something to look right. Oh, and most importantly, get a good breathing mask, as there is going to be a lot of sanding. I'm not committing to anything just yet, but I do like the look of those alien weapons with all those spikes and crystals. They look like they could be fun to make. It's been amazing. Way better than I thought it would be. The NMS community is one of the best I've been involved in, so it's been really enjoyable making this and sharing the build. I really appreciate everyone who has taken the time to like, comment and share my work over the past few months. Piccolo Games even acknowledged the multi-tool in the community spotlight part of their newsletter, which was awesome. It's definitely rewarding. I enjoy building things, so the reward for me is when the build is over, I end up with a fully finished replica of an item I wanted. It makes all the struggles along the way worth it.